following contains adult language and poorly impersonated celebrity voices and parodies. Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody? Time for another edition of TDYK Presents The Circle of Jerks, this time video.
First time, first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's faces all over your screen right now. So
yeah, all over your faces. I mean, Adam, who do we got?
We have Nicole Tuberty, Les Hernandez, Natasha Nacre, and Bill Butler.
Nice.
Yes, it'll be a great show.
Five guys. Adam, you'll be the fifth wheel, but there's 5 guys and 2 girls. That's how every party should begin.
Hey, yeah.
Boy, you know,
What
that's
are we?
the kind of parties I'm into. The numbers got to be reversed for me. But hey, whatever you're into, John. Hey, so let's right off the bat. We got to talk to Les about what the fuck just happened with this missile alerts in Hawaii, and what did you guys go through? I mean, because that had to be some scary stuff for you.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, really scary. I was sleeping when my phone went off. It was just like a couple of minutes after 8, and 8:07, the alert came in, woke me up, and I'm like, no fucking way is this gonna happen. I had to read it like 3 or 4 times. And then I'm like, okay, well, there's no shelters, there's no bunkers to survive this in. So where's my scotch?
Shit.
And I just sat there thinking about how awesome of a time I had, and waited for it. And 38 minutes later, they say 38, but it felt more like 50 minutes later.
I'll bet, yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Second, the alert finally comes in. Saying that it was a false alarm.
Fuck.
And by that point, you're like, all right, well, any plans I had for today, they're just done.
Yeah.
Time to hang out with the family and just be happy you're alive, right?
And a lot of people, they were just like on standby to go to work that morning. I know a lot of people who ended up, as soon as that false alarm notice came in, they went straight to work like a normal day. A little shaken up for it, but yeah.
Dude, if that happened here, everybody would be drunk, drugged up, fucking everybody, and killing people. Like, fuck it.
I was saying, was there any looting? Did you have any looters or anything like that?
What's that?
Was there any looting or anything, or was it not enough time really?
I don't really use or anything like that, but I've been told that there were people racing down the Hawaii's got like really crappy highways, but they were doing 100 miles an hour going down the freeways, and
How many miles an hour you're breaking up, Captain? What?
100.
Oh, 100. Okay.
More.
That's not bad.
That's a normal in California.
Well, Hawaii, that's it's always traffic, so speed limit's 55, and you almost never see anybody going over 70. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I heard that there were people taking shelter in the storm drains in the streets. Did you see any of that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just video. Yeah.
That's where the party was.
I'm sure.
Underground.
It's a ninja term, right?
Yeah. It's BYOB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you think it would one of the scariest things about it would just be the fact that if it happened again, you'd kind of be like, I don't know if I'm gonna take this serious. Not that, but like you said, there wasn't really anything you could do about it anyway.
Bill.
You just gotta go.
I think Bill was going to say something.
Yeah, I was wondering if you thought that it was fake at all when you first heard about it. Did you think, oh, this can't be real, or were you like, oh, this must be serious?
It's fake news. Fake news.
About 2 months ago, they tested all the sirens and all that, and the sirens were a big fail. I never heard of sirens for the initial testing. So this time around, when the initial alert came, I had to read it like 3 or 4 times. I didn't know if I was reading right, and it said this is not a drill in big caps, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I'm glad to know that if there was ever a big emergency, I would hear it from my phone. That just makes me feel all kinds of calm inside.
Yeah, like an Amber Alert, a nuclear bomb's headed your way. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And they give you a license plate. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Look out for this particular bomb.
Like a fool. When that fire alarm went off in New York that one year at the hotel,
Yeah.
I just slept. No, that can't be real. That's so
Crazy.
yeah, I'll probably die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to know what's coming. Just don't tell me. Just
So I've heard that we've deployed submarines off the East Coast for defense as well. So that kind of makes me wonder what's really going on in the real story. But
Conspiracy
rumors
theory.
going on.
Get it?
Incident. There was a false alarm in Japan on their television or whatever news programs. They had a warning that missiles were fired from Korea as well.
right. I heard that too.
So
you think maybe
No,
maybe they did something like this to like just test our reaction times, like what do we do, how long does it take, all that crap? You think that?
Possible?
See if society
Well,
implodes.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
it's
that is the case, then
possible.
hopefully, because the 2 minutes after the initial warning was sent, our governor knew that it was a false alarm, and it took him that long just to hit a switch, letting everybody know that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
pretty
like that's something
pretty
you probably should've
inconsiderate.
told someone right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to know you're not going to die. Like,
Yeah.
go
But
scream at
that's
the
pretty important.
rooftop, like
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm the boss. I need the info. Yeah. Crazy.
Well, along the lines
On the
of
news.
Yeah.
You could start the
Go ahead.
conspiracy theory. They waited so long because there were actually missiles, and they were just trying to take care of it, and it took them that long to.
Ah. Ah.
They sent
That makes
MacGyver in with the A-team to disarm it in
Yeah.
a half hour.
Some duct tape. Yeah. It's crazy.
The guy who was in
After
charge
everyone realized-
of that department, the alerts, he kind of looked like a cross between a turtle and this what's that little creature in the new Star Wars with the goggles?
Oh,
I don't know.
Porg?
I don't even know the name. That little tiny lady,
yeah, yeah.
that alien.
Oh, yeah.
Great
Mama,
thing.
Mama Cass or something like that.
And he's saying,
You sound like Star
so
Wars right now. You're breaking up because you're like way over in Hawaii. So it's like, ooka beep beep
Yeah.
beep bop boo.
well, I've never used these earphone things with the mic on it before, so I didn't realize the delay when I picked it up yesterday.
Can you say
But,
something for me then? Can you just say, stay on target? Can you say that?
Target.
That's perfect. It sounded just like Star Wars. Stay on target.
That was
That's
spot
awesome.
on.
Perfect. That's so nice.
Well, along the lines of all of this whole situation, really kind of, I don't know if you read the headline about Pornhub released that people who were watching porn, like there was a spike.
48%. 48%.
That's awesome.
Like,
Mass
I'm gonna live.
television.
Time to jerk
Wait,
off.
a bomb's coming? I'm rubbing 2 out. Somebody's like,
So what do you think you're gonna-
I sat on my hand 10 minutes ago. I already got the stranger going. It's crazy. Right. Awesome.
Well,
What
we're
else we-
glad that you didn't get nuked, Les.
Yeah.
Definitely glad you're here with us.
Because if the bombs actually happen, everybody like, holy shit, this is crazy, and we would think about you, Les. We really would for about 10 minutes. The next day. You know,
And then
after
we
all
go
we've
to
been through
Pornhub.
together.
Well, I
Yeah.
saw your post on Facebook. You were like, "Oh, it's been good knowing you guys." I'm like, "Oh shit, what's going on?"
Shit. Aw,
Yeah, that was crazy. I know. I'm like, what?
that was nice of you, though.
Yeah, you took the time to get on Facebook.
Right.
I probably would too. That's probably the best way to get your last words out to the
Yep.
world.
I'm sending out a
Yeah.
dick pic. I'll send a dick pic at that time. Fuck it.
Yeah.
My last if the missiles are coming this way, I'm gonna be like, I always hated all of you.
Now look at my ding dong. Yeah, think about it.
Like, if you knew the missile was coming,
What's that?
and you knew you'd die, and I mean, there's obviously a chance that you could survive a nuclear blast. I like, in your guys' opinions, would it be worth it to try to strive and make it through the aftermath of that? Or would you just rather be like, because you might survive, but you know it's going to be worse afterwards, and it might not be anything to live.
I mean, I'm a huge
I'll answer that.
Max fan, dude.
I'll answer that. Self-preservation is the highest law, man. I'll live. I'll try to live.
I'm with John on that. Yes.
Yeah, I would too. Plus,
I've
how
actually
awesome
spent
would
my
it be
money
to
about
live
that.
You know what?
Wait. Does my junk get blown off in the blast? Because that might make me rethink things.
Yeah, self-preservation.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing worth living for after if that
The
happens.
self is gone.
But I was talking to my doctor when I had my thyroid taken out, and he said something about like if there was ever a nuclear bomb and the fallout and stuff like that, that I can't absorb it as fast as everyone else. So you guys are like, your hair's falling out, you got blisters, and you're
shit.
getting all nuts, and I'll just be sitting here like, yeah, that's great, yeah, for a while. I mean, eventually, yeah, but it'd be a lot slower than that. I'm like, oh, okay, weird.
Les, what were you trying to say, Les? We were.
He had like this going out saying if you're if you're a mile away from the blast, there's a good chance you'll survive because you're only getting the decayed radiation already by that point. You just go find a place indoors, take a shower, brush your hair out, and stay inside for like between a day and 72 hours or something.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
It's like nuclear bombs were kind of like AIDS. Like everyone was afraid of it, and now I hear that shit. I'm like, well, I just gotta get a mile away. That's it.
Oh, a nuke went off. I gotta take a fucking shower
Like
now.
AIDS? Oh, what big deal?
Crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
All
right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's move on. I don't want to blow this whole thing up.
All right. So who's snacking on Tide Pods?
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill's gonna eat one on the air, everyone. Yep. You got it. You got it on you?
Yeah, I can't read the instructions, so make it.
Go for it. Make up your own instructions.
Lick it.
Well, I mean, I can't read the ingredients, so I'm not scared.
Tasha's like, lick it.
I mean, in all honesty, if it tastes like sugar, I'm not scared.
Yeah. I don't think there's a wrong way to eat a Tide Pod.
I disagree. I think every way is the wrong way to eat a Tide Pod.
I think that's the appropriate response.
I heard they're putting nutritional facts on their boxes now.
Does it actually Darwinism in action, right? I mean, we're just kind of getting rid of the stupid. I mean,
that's what my daughter said, man. She was watching the thing on the we watch YouTube sometimes and stuff, and they were like talking about the Tide Pods, and she's like, oh, natural selection. I was learning about that in school. I was like, oh, great. She's like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But don't the chemicals burn like the inside of your mouth and your esophagus? It like burns them.
I would imagine.
Isn't there bleach in there?
There's all kinds of crap in there. I heard that if you do eat one, you don't have a gag reflex after that. So.
Did anybody
all of us contemplate that?
I just heard about this. I haven't.
When your mascara's not running, it's awesome.
Is there a video of somebody actually eating one on YouTube?
There must be.
There's like thousands.
I'll have to look it up. That's something.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see some guy like nibbling on it and then.
Yeah.
I mean, Snopes says it's a real thing, and I believe them. So there must be people out there actually doing this.
Yeah,
I believe there are idiots that'll do it. Yeah.
This is the problem I think too with modern day, especially social media. Like, I mean, all of us did dumb things when we were young, but we didn't have the internet to tell us, hey, there's a new challenge that's sweeping the nation, So, I mean, by the time you could hear about it, your parents probably heard about it too, I mean,
how did it go? How did it go from ice bucket to cinnamon to Tide Pods, man? Like, what happened?
Because if there's a trend, you have to jump on it to stay relevant.
No, I do not.
When we were kids, it was the Satanic Panic. It wasn't about anything else. It was all the Satanic Panic when we were kids. Everything was the devil.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather let's go back to those days. Now it's fucking nuclear bombs and Tide Pods. That's
right.
Do it for
if we're gonna be scared of it, that's fine.
I know.
I remember the kids used to choke themselves out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And they would just, pass out. And then, of course, there was like the eraser burn everybody used to do. Not too smart either.
Which one? What was that? Explain
the eraser burn.
I didn't hear about it.
Oh, pencil eraser, and you would just rub it on your skin, and it would pretty much leave a giant welt that was blistered and gigantic. You don't remember
Cool.
that?
That's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Killer burn, bro.
Right.
Oh, and then kids were doing the lighters, the happy face with the lighters.
Right. I've never done that, but yeah, everyone's talked about that. Like, yeah, make it really hot, and then you put it on you. Like, that's fucking stupid. No, but yeah, people did that.
Oh yeah, and we did stupid things that could scar you, not kill you.
Yeah.
Eat bleach.
Yeah. But at least we did it artistically, like tattoos, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I was on Trump's website, and he says that Snopes is actually fake news. So.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that I believe everything that's on Snopes personally either.
Fake.
But Snopes is run by like a couple. They aren't really. I mean, they check their sources by the internet, so I don't know. I don't know if Snopes is completely accurate all the time.
Yeah. Nobody's perfect.
They're
Yeah,
clairvoyant.
but that's more than most people do. So.
They were pretty good with COS being on there with the whole Chelsea Clinton things.
Yeah. Natasha, what were you drinking? Was that Everclear? Back then?
No, it's just water. I'm a good girl.
Okay.
Yeah. What was that? Wait, what?
Wait, what'd you do? I missed that. I wasn't looking at the camera. What?
Got to keep your eyes on me, or you'll miss the little details.
Damn it.
I'm looking at you, so
yeah.
Look at me.
You can drink out of the skull.
That would be awesome.
I'm going to drink out of that skull.
It's FDA approved. Yes, you can actually drink out of it.
Nice. Speaking of drinking out of skulls, what's going on with Trump and some porn star thing or something I heard?
Yeah, it was something that happened before his presidency. He apparently he slept with a porn star, Stormy something or other.
She's really hot.
And he paid for her silence, but before he paid for her silence, she did one interview with the magazine. And they've held on to this until now, and they put it out. And
sure.
And the only real comment I've seen from it was, other than he was something about like he was he was very ordinary in bed or something that's like very boring kind of thing. But she also said her other quote was, "It looks like Alf's nose."
Oh wow!
So his dick's orange too.
Like orange?
Wow. It's red for her pleasure.
Lines of she reminded him of his daughter.
Well, yeah, there's conspiracy about that, of course, because he's always groping his daughter. So, of course, she does kind of look like they do have a very visually a similarity. So, I mean,
oh boy.
I could.
So what? Why is it news though? What did he do wrong?
Nothing. He's Trump.
He slept with a porn star.
It's drama.
We all want to sleep with a porn star. What? Yeah. I don't get what's wrong. I don't understand.
I don't think it's considered paying her for her silence, because anytime you sleep with a prostitute, you pay them money, and it's generally for them to go away or to shut up. So
yeah, after they make a sandwich, though, they got to make a sandwich.
You have to pay them extra for that.
Yeah. Well, supposedly that's why she didn't do any other interviews.
Anything that's like out of the ordinary, people are like, "Ooh, Trump did a thing. Yeah. He slept with a porn star."
Well, and let's not misunderstand this though. It's not when he does something out of the ordinary. It's when a president of the United States who represents us to the rest of the world does something stupid.
Yeah, but you know what though? Big fucking deal. She's a person too, and people fuck. So
yeah, you're absolutely right. But again, this is how people judge America. Right. That's how it works. And if you say stupid things and you do stupid things all the time, then everything's going to get dragged up. And that's the price that we're going to pay for it. But that makes us to other countries go, what the fuck are you guys thinking? You get this moron to run your country for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what, like I said, whether you like him or not, that's just like the way that people are viewing it. And that's going to happen with any president. Everyone's going to choose sides. And if you did something crazy, that's out of the ordinary for what we consider a president to do. You're right. Yeah, everyone's like, porn star, awesome. But, when it's a president, it's like, oh, no, that's just the way, people look at our world leaders who are representing us.
Well, I kind of think
more importantly,
We knew what we were getting ourselves into when we elected Trump as president.
Like, exactly. You would think.
By any of this.
Yeah, I didn't expect this. I knew it was going to be
Think about
bad.
it this way, though. Think about, well, she's a person too. We've covered that, but she has in a way degraded herself by coming on to the media and saying, I slept with Trump, because why is she any less than any other woman out there just because of her profession? So, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if she's degraded herself by saying, I got paid to sleep with him because that's what I do. I sleep with people for money,
Yeah.
Right, but she's trying to make him look like a pig, and if he's a pig because he slept with her, then what's she saying about herself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that's an issue or not. I haven't really, like I said, this is kind of bits and pieces. I'm not sitting by the TV going, what's going on in Trump's
me
world?
neither. Fuck no.
Yeah, I don't raise the issue. I think it just came out. Like she's the one raising that there's a problem or something. It just somebody found out about it. Now it's news. So
and certainly, of course, the media now wants to dig up everything they can. This whole ever since he's been in office, maybe even longer actually, but especially since he's been in office, our nation on every issue has been a black or white. If you like white, then you're not black, and we hate you. It's a severe division of everybody over every little stupid thing. They obviously nobody but us just understands the third side view of things, but it's just kind of ridiculous how it is, and you have to keep dredging up more things of if you don't think like I do, you're wrong, and that's just the way that the world seems to be at the moment anyway.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is, if you're going to sleep with a porn star, you got to kill her.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's part of the fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah. Unless you're frozen. Less is frozen. Hey. Oh my God! I thought a nuclear bomb went off, dude. Holy shit.
The after punchline parts.
Stay on target. What'd you say?
I keep getting glitches of the after punchline parts.
Oh.
And then
you're probably getting a delay too.
Here's another punchline. I see the hole, lady, but how do I get the watermelon back in there? So that's the only punchline I got.
Okay.
What's that? No, so you're gonna have to say everything twice.
Okay. I can do that.
Nice. I can hear him now.
It seems like when we're all quiet, give it 3 seconds, and then he can talk and he's clear. But if I don't know what that is, but
it's the microphone.
2018, we can't get this figured out yet. So is that porn star? Is she the reason the government was shut down? Maybe they're all fucking her now.
Honestly, I don't even know exactly the exact issues, but what I do know is that it's the same thing. It's everyone on all the conservatives said we're not budging on any of these bills, and we won't give an inch. And so all of the left side said the exact same thing. Well, we have these bills that we're not going to give an inch on, and so that's what it does. It shuts the government down. If they refuse to compromise at all, it shuts the government down. And so as a result, all of our friends in the military, including my brother, are not getting a paycheck right now until they figure that shit out. Those senators will still get paid, but
of
course, priorities.
Yeah.
It's like 2 kids and you can't play with my ball anymore. I'm going home. Wait. The rest of us here are I don't like that idea. Please play nice. No? Oh, shit. All right.
That's fucking stupid.
Yep.
Oh, wasn't there just a video that released on social media today of Trump in 2013 saying if the government were to shut down, he would blame the president first?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And he also said that it would never happen with him in office too. So.
Oh, never.
Never. Yeah. And also, there's a Republican president, and the House and the Senate are both controlled by Republicans, and yet they still can't find anything to agree on.
Yeah. Well, it's the Democrats' fault.
Of course, yeah.
I don't know. That's his excuse. I don't fucking know. I can't figure it out.
I don't have much experience with politics. I fucking hated politics. But what happens with the government shutdown? Like after a while, if it goes on a certain amount of time, does something happen or get worse or something, or what happens?
Anarchy. I don't know.
I mean, I know last time, like, government buildings shut down. Like, I know you couldn't go to the Arch. I was living in St. Louis, and so that was a big deal. You couldn't go to the Arch.
Any government employees then do not get paid. They're not working. So government's a lot of different things. Like you said, certain buildings, parks, military. All these people are not getting paid right now until the government decides to fully function again. So
yeah, but then they'll get back pay.
Right.
So,
yeah. So
you're not getting paid now, but you will get paid later. So this is basically just for show.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but bill collectors don't like that very much.
Oh yeah, no, they don't understand. They don't care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's all bullshit. It's all total and utter bullshit,
right.
and I hate it.
Kind of ridiculous right now.
Yeah, bills are bullshit. I hate bills.
Yes, fuck bills.
Not you, Bill.
not Bill Butler's. All right. I think we ran out of topics. I think we're going to move on to the Natasha show. Let's see here. Natasha, it's all yours.
Should I show off the dildos again?
Oh my god, that'd be great. Yeah.
No, I don't want to. I don't want somebody else taken off the air, like ended up with YouTube.
What happened? What happened to you? Let's hear your story. What happened?
Well, my channel, I could almost understand. The first time I got a warning saying that because of my discussion of fetishes, it has to be age restricted to 13 and up. Totally agree with that. My bad. And then I'm assuming somebody flagged all of my videos, which were super graphic. You can see them on Venmo. It's basically me like chit-chatting about my life and then like, oh yeah, I got a big mouth. Let me show you my big. That is literally it.
You froze. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, I know.
Well, wait, hold on. Let's see the big mouth that you're talking about, so people can see what you're talking about. All right. Oh my God. Here we go.
So that all got
Excuse
taken
me.
down. They sent me. Bye, John.
Yeah.
What a great time for your camera to be freezing up on you, by the way.
I know. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like,
I tried to appeal it, and they said they didn't even say anything. I just got a form response saying, did not fit to community standards. Can't create another account, permanently gone. Okay, that's some bullshit. But then, speak of the devil, my episode only got taken down because of, I'm assuming because of all the terrible things I was talking about, which granted, some of the fetishes were taboo. However, it's just fucking words. And
hey, you know what? Guess what show you're on now? You can talk about whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah!
That's it.
Fuck, cut, sluts, whores, penis.
Yep. Yeah, because YouTube,
Penis
anybody
monkey
take it down if you
versus
want.
anal.
We're still going to put it on our website, and nobody can do anything.
Porg, butt plugs.
Yeah.
Yes, that was even in the episode at the end. I can't remember the question, asking me about my sexuality, and I was looking around the bedroom trying to think of, something to spark it. I was like, I don't know, just about everything I look at, I can, I feel some type of sexual nature to, and I have a stuffed porg, and I was like, that porg, I want to stick that fucking porg up my ass. And, yeah, which I don't think is so terribly graphic that it needed to be taken off, but...
Well, we had you on TDYK a long time ago,
yes.
right? So, 6 episodes ago. No, whatever. But we didn't have it on video at the time, but we did shoot the video. Just because we were practicing some stuff. But you showed us, it was amazing. You showed us an actual a flight of butt plugs. It was
my favorite one was a devil tail. It was that freaking long.
Yeah, that's my favorite too.
That's
I have to be careful not to step on it because that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, it just comes right out. It's crazy.
Pain in the ass.
Yes. Whoa. Ooh. So yeah. Crazy. So, do you have an orange one? Do you have an orange one that's shaped like Alf's nose?
That disturbs me on so many levels because when I was a kid and I was watching Elf, I thought he had a sexual attraction to the cat. And it wasn't until I was much older where friends were like, no, he wanted to eat the cat. Like, no, he wanted to fuck it. Like, no, he wanted to eat it. I'm like, oh, shit. What was wrong with me as a child? Like,
yeah. Nothing was wrong with you.
With all of us as children.
I know. I used to think there was chocolate milk in black girls' boobs. It's crazy. I was disappointed when I found out that's not true. I was like,
you're gonna get labeled a racist.
What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yay! I'm safe here. Yeah.
So what's the next step for you then? Where'd she go?
I don't know.
Getting back on camera.
A disappearing act.
I'm out of here.
I don't know. I don't know where to go.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
This is my beautiful bag of toys.
Yeah. All right, let's see them.
It's a gigantic purse.
Right.
Okay, I got the fluffy one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's really soft. It's actual fur.
I knew exactly where this show was going to go, and that's why I invited you.
Nice. Yep.
Okay, there's the one you like.
Oh, that's a devil tail. Yeah.
That's my fetish right there. I've discovered a fetish.
That'd be funny if you just kept pulling it. You just kept fucking pulling it.
Matter o' time.
It'd be funny if I had one and I was pulling it up as she's like putting
lingerie. Oh, this is a knife. I don't know why I have a knife in my bag.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Where does that go?
That was like the villain from Clover's knife.
I don't know.
Why is there a car battery in there? What's going on? That's that thing from GTA 5. You can beat the weapon.
With it?
It's actually a weapon. If you cut it in half, you can make nunchaku. Right, Bill? Am I right about that?
No! I'm not cutting it in half. If I do, I'm going to make a video of it.
I think they call those nundichu.
Yeah. What are those?
They're just dildos.
Oh.
Yeah, little itty bitty
I knew a girl that had nipples that long.
They could be friends.
Like thumbs.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was really bad. I was like, I gotta go. You know what? I gotta go.
How do you politely do that? Somebody gets naked and you're like, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to go home now.
Well, I had
Bye.
long hair back then, so I said, I got to go wash my hair. And they were like, oh, because they understood.
I don't know. No. If somebody were saying, I got to go wash my hair, like, no, you can wash your hair afterwards, bitch. Stay still.
Get that dick back in here. Yeah.
Glass things. Glass things are fun.
Get ready, Nicole. You're next.
Seriously, a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
I wish I had a magic bag of toys that awesome.
Yeah, I know you have a magic toy.
It's the best strap-on ever. It's blue fuzzy leopard.
Oh.
Then you fuck the girlies. And you can fuck guys too, but that's not as much fun. No offense, but I like ladies. Ladies are fun.
I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that glass?
Yeah. I like glass.
Wow.
Glass.
Did Adam make that for you?
Glass in your ass.
No, not yet.
He's got to make you one.
I will make one.
Yeah.
Make a set, Adam, where it gets increasingly larger. They like that. What?
Jesus.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's just a penis.
I'm looking down because I'm looking at my screen. I'm like,
I look over. Dorian's like, I'm like, what?
And a suction cup. Fix the thing.
All right.
Not really well.
It's too sensitive.
It is. I like to hang it in my bathroom, and actually, nobody comments on that, but I leave it anyways.
Fix the camera. We can't see. Get, like, point it down a little bit. All right.
A couple of months ago, one of the garbage truck drivers that I worked with found a rubber ass in the garbage, and he brought it in and he stuck it in. It like made the rounds on everybody's truck.
Those are
like,
fun.
Open the door in the morning and there's a rubber ass on your seat.
Oh, did anybody use it?
Probably.
I knew a girl who wore a rubber ass once.
Really?
Oh, it's
a butt plug.
It's called the teaser.
Yeah, it was a lie. I was angry.
Crazy.
I
All
was
right,
dating
Nicole.
somebody.
Nicole, you're next. What do you got?
Yeah.
You really want me to go get my sex toys?
Yeah,
we
we're
were
all
like
friends
thinking,
here.
like, I was thinking, like, like what kind of projects are you up to? Are you doing anything? Not how many dicks you have in your bag.
You can still show it because it's it's a good segue into what you're doing and stuff. Yeah.
I have 3 dicks. Mwahaha.
So do I.
One dick.
I'll be right back. I'm totally serious.
Yes.
Oh, I love this girl.
Lady after my own heart.
We'll get thrown off of YouTube if soon enough.
Let me just say how happy I am to be on this particular episode.
Yes, yeah.
If she comes back with the Anal Intruder 2000.
So yeah, I have this guy.
Oh my God, it's so tiny.
And I have this. It's just a vibrator.
Nice.
Nah, see?
I forgot my vibrator.
And then she pulls out Tyrone. She's like, I got this too. Like,
No, that's literally
those are for those lonely nights. No, I'm just
Hey, Bill, let's see yours. Mine has Cobra on it. Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander. That's funny. That's funny.
Do you name your toys, Nicole?
So
this one's Pedro.
My vibrator is called Molly, just because that's the like name brand of it. My dildo doesn't have a name. It's just Senor Dildo.
Yeah, mine don't have names either.
Yeah.
No.
Let's
Just
name.
Like big dick, little dick.
I'm gonna put a poll on Facebook, and we're gonna name Nicole's dildo. Yep.
We should
I like
absolutely
Senor
do that.
Dildo.
We should do that. Actually, the results are in. Everyone voted for Happy Gilmore.
Wait, what'd you say, Les?
She should name it Oscar because it's already a song on how to spell it.
You broke up again. You say it again?
Name it Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. Yeah.
That's a sexy name, Oscar. You really want to stick it up your butt, Oscar.
Oh yeah.
You should name it Gary.
I think Oscar Wilde did do that, didn't he?
Oh yeah, true.
The show started off fine,
We went downhill fast.
And then
This is fine.
The
This is
sex
good.
toys started coming out, and it all went to hell from
but then
there.
it got better. Yeah.
So now that you're not dead, Les, what kind of dildos do you have? And hey,
Good
I
choice.
like that. It gets thicker as you go down. That's great.
I'm a Scotch guy too, Les. So I have not had heartburn though.
Oh. Does the label come
good
off
stuff?
when it gets wet?
It's very good. It's also empty now.
Aw, boo.
I have a lot of the Glens. I've got Glenlivet, Glenfarclas, Glenfiddich.
Glengarry, Glen Ross.
Actually, I think better. I had the 15 ones, and it's worth it. If you can find the 15, try the 15. 10's a lot easier to find, obviously.
Sure.
But just
Yeah.
Yeah. Drink it down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Les, you got any projects or anything you're working on right now?
I'm always working on something, which is why I'm always tired. The Quintessentials, we're working on our 6th album.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for a year now, going into the studio once a month or once every other month for a few hours, laying down some tracks here and there. 18 songs. That's going to be out sometime this year. I wanted it to be out by last Halloween. Pushed it back to Walpurgis of this year, but it actually might go back a little bit further. Just because of timing, you got a full-time job, you got all these other projects. It's expensive and time-consuming. Aside from that, I've been writing to, I don't know, maybe update the website, bloodfire9.com. which may eventually expand the Bloodfire Compendium one day.
Right on.
Well,
yeah.
Sweet, man. Very sweet.
That's that.
Bill Butler.
Yeah.
What are you up to? Or do you have dildos to show?
One or the other.
Or both.
One or the other.
Now the only thing I've got going really is I'm still doing the Devil's Playthings episodes slowly.
Which is an awesome show, man. I love that show.
I love watching that.
Thanks, appreciate it. I'm working on an archive of Church Satan magazine articles.
Oh,
from starting in the '60s, and I'm going to make a website for it, and I've been working on that pretty heavy right now, so hopefully I'll be up soon. I've got more than 100 back issue LA articles, so hopefully that'll be out soon.
Nice, very cool.
Right on. And Nicole, you didn't actually say if you had anything that you're working on. Other you just showed us a couple of little wieners, but got anything coming up?
I like Nicole's. I like Nicole's dildos because they make me feel better about myself.
Because they were realistic.
That's nice.
So I have my podcast, That Novel Life, that is like a young adult book review podcast.
Right.
And the latest episode just came out today, so I've been working on that. That's been fun. Doing a lot of writing. I'm very literary focused right now, doing lots of reading, lots of writing, and it's making me very happy.
Excellent.
Nice. That's what it's all about. Do things that make you happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to end with a topic that we kind of touched on a little bit, and since we have a couple of females here, it's just something that I found interesting because I see, there's always people arguing about stuff constantly on Facebook, of course, and I'm interested in your views, on everyone's views on feminism and the difference between what it once was and the necessity of bringing it in to get women such things as equal pay and the ability to vote and what it has become for some, not all, of course, but obviously there's always going to be bad examples of anything, and I'd like to hear your opinions on that.
Who wants to start?
I think that up to a certain point, yes, it's very important to make sure that women have equal rights, that they can vote and have a career and have control of their life if they want to have kids or not have kids, whatever. Beyond that, I think it's the woman's responsibility to take the power that she deserves. I'm a simple lady, just demand the respect that you deserve and people will give it to you. But if you let people walk all over you, they're going to do that too. And that has nothing to do with being a man or a woman. It's just being a person or not, who is you're either going to be a person who is assertive enough to ask for what you want and demand what you want, or you're going to let people walk all over you. And if you're going to do that, you have to live with the consequences. I don't I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The same could be said for either sex, though. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Same could be said for either sex.
True. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I never understood. I mean, women, just because they have a nice tight vagina and great tits, I don't know why they have to work harder to get the things that another person has because they have a penis. It's like you're a human, you're a person. I don't get what the hell was going on with the thinking of back then. So,
well, and I think a lot of the problem is that women are conditioned to be the submissive ones and to always put other people before themselves, and
in the bedroom.
That's something that if you're going to be
and who's conditioning them?
Get past it.
That's what I want to know. Though, who's doing that conditioning?
Yeah.
I mean, parents, teachers, society.
Yeah. No one sat us down and said, okay, you need to be nice. You need to always be nice. Nobody sat us down and told us that. It was just somehow ingrained in us as being female that you're expected to be nice to everyone, which is bullshit.
No, I was gonna say, like, I mean, I've always
Yeah.
known some. I'll just say not
And
nice.
also this thing
so,
of like women should always be nice to each other and support each other no matter what
everyone
is
knows
total
that's
bullshit.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Everyone knows that's a
that's
lie.
not a thing. Women can be awful just as much as men, and the awful ones need to be punished.
Sexually.
Yes. And if it has to be by spanking, then, who am I to judge?
Yeah.
Whatever gets that lesson across, we can be nice about it, or we can.
Well, I recently posted something on Facebook that was just something that it just made me chuckle, and it was an interpreter for men to understand what their wives were saying. And so, like, the guy would go, "Hey, do you mind if I go out with my friends?" And his wife went, "Fine, do whatever you want." And then he looked at the interpreter and it says, "Fuck no, don't go," and
stay home with me.
My wife doesn't act like that at all. But I thought it was funny because we all know there are people like that. So sure enough, I got some woman on there going, "Oh, you're just perpetuating the stereotypes." And I'm like, holy shit, you need to get laid. Relax. This is stupid.
Sometimes the stereotypes are true. Like,
I mean, that's why stereotypes exist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. People are super, super sensitive. It's crazy.
Natasha, tell us your views on feminism then and now.
Oh yeah, let me get ready.
Let me get ready while you're getting ready.
Coming.
Yeah, there's so many different aspects of it. God, yeah, I don't even know where to start. Okay, the first one.
And begin.
Yes. And tangent begins here. The first one is the representation, like the physical representation of what feminism is. Before, like, say, the 70s, the 80s, feminism was expected that you dressed in a way that wasn't provocative, that, you were totally against things that made you attractive to men because that would be buying into, pleasing them, into the creation of why men have power over us, blah, 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 bullshit. And nowadays, it's this bizarre realization that, oh my God, you can make yourself pretty and still have self-worth. Like, feminism, you can believe in your own rights and still want to wear fuck me pumps and have guys look at you. Wow, shocking news.
You think that's what feminism is today, has become?
I think it is becoming that way, or at least the idea
that would be nice.
It can't be an option.
Because I haven't seen that, but I'd be totally cool with that being feminism.
Yeah, I agree.
From the get.
Say that again, Les.
That's something that the Satanic Witch was pushing from the get-go.
Yeah,
exactly.
And just now, people are starting to realize that, like, I've seen the term new feminism that encapsulates that. Oh. Okay, we're not getting onto that part.
And that's kind of what I was leaning towards, is like what it seems like some of it is becoming. Obviously, not all of it.
Yeah, it's still, there's still, I don't know, like, some people are so very rigid in this is what it is, this is what it represents, this is the image of it, like, nice, happy little box. And only recently people are starting to realize, people being, men and women, that it can look different and it can act different. Like, you don't have to hate all men and want to smash the patriarchy. You might just want to, run the company instead of that asshole guy for no other reason than he's an asshole.
Right.
It's slowly becoming more realistic as opposed to I'm mad at everything. Okay, that's an option, but not very productive.
I've noticed that, like you're saying, they're rigid. They're more. Oh, you go ahead, Les. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I have a lot more respect for a female who will say fuck the system by going out and starting her own company and running a business that's successful than I do for a woman who's going to be holding a sign outside of the state capitol.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do something. Make that change. Don't just. Yeah. I don't know, go on forums and complain about, I don't know, your dickhead boss because he has a penis. Like, okay, he's a dick and he has a penis. I understand that.
Raising strong daughters too. I mean, like, I have all three of my kids are daughters, and I have always I've always been attracted to strong female characters. I love Xena, strong women are attracted to me. So, I would prefer that, I support women being strong and standing for what they want to, but, you don't have to hate men to be a strong woman.
I've noticed that the like you were saying before, Natasha, that they're rigid and more rigid. I've noticed that the more rigid people are and more stiff people are, or more angry those people are, the women, it's always been going in line with the amount of time that it's been since they had a dick. So don't they just need to get laid? They just need to get laid, right?
Certainly seems that way.
You just turned into Gene Simmons.
Hey.
I'm back. Can you guys see me or hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, we didn't even know you were gone.
Wait, Adam was?
Yeah. But I have a question, because this whole feminism thing, it's been increasingly getting, in my opinion, just fucking nutty, dude, and it's just keep going and going. Do you guys think it's ever going to get to a point where it becomes too much and it starts tipping to where we have, the men have to stand up and say, masculinism, or what's the word? I don't know what the word is. Meninism. Yeah. Whatever it is.
Men's rights activists.
It's already happening.
Yeah, you can already see it.
And you can be
You're behind the times. You need to go join
masculinity.
the
I mean, that's the.
Sorry, I do things. Sorry.
The idea behind the book that I want to work on this year, it has as far as the Viking background to it is bringing back a masculinity and not being. You don't have to be ashamed of that, because you can be masculine without being a dick to women. Yeah. That's kind of like my idea of saying, like, I'm a masculine guy, but I'm attracted to strong women also, and you can absolutely do that. You can show respect. I've had female bosses. It didn't bother me. It didn't make me feel like I was less of a man, so, there's a balancing that we can do there to you don't have to be a man hater or woman hater, but, of course there are going to be, or it's always going to be that. And I do think too, that it is like you were saying, that it will lean that way. The more often women don't get dates, like you said, after a while they're going to go, hey,
that sounded PC.
Maybe I can be feminine again.
Well, I'm kind of jumping into this conversation on the back end, but I believe Cheryl, my wife, contributed to your book. And I kind of feel like the more feminist, vocal women that you see online that are saying all men are pigs, well, they're the only ones that are speaking up, because the ones who aren't feminists that don't feel like they're happy. Like my wife, she could give a fuck less about what's going on, and she doesn't need to post shit like that. She's not a feminist.
Because they get laid.
Right.
Conversely, there's a whole slew of younger 20-somethings, I guess you would call them millennials or whatever the term is these days, that males that are calling themselves feminists that are doing so because they obviously don't get laid.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're looking for that sympathy pussy. Yeah. However you can get it, guys. Yeah, totally.
Whatever it
takes.
takes.
Keep in mind is like the guys that are the ones perpetuating this kind of stuff that all the people hate are like masses of people. And then the same thing with the people that are fighting against them. They're a mass of people too. So like they're not going to think like people that think things through. It's just a bandwagon thing either way. The jerks that are shitty to women, and then the women that are being shitty about it, kind of.
Yeah. Well, and it's extremes, which is something that I think has been a theme recently. Is that when you're extreme one thing or another, whether it be feminism or what is it, Meninism, whatever, Mennonites. Or extreme left, extreme right, then you're not gonna.
Extreme.
You have issues with just listening and learning, versus just taking a step, not be so extreme and jumping straight to violence, but just
we live in a society nowadays where we live in a fucking look at me society. Everybody's on social media all the time. Look at me, I'm so fucking fabulous, and everybody cares about my fucking opinions. Well, fact of the matter is, nobody gives a fuck. I don't give a shit about your opinions, and I post on social media things that I'm doing that I'm having fun at, and I don't really get too political.
I don't.
I recently learned what left wing and right wing was like this weekend. Honestly, I really have no clue. I hate
Both
politics.
part of the
I don't
same
know what
chicken.
it means. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know what it was, but I realized after I learned what they were, I'm pretty much right in the fucking middle. So I think most Satanists are. Most Satanists are in the middle or away from these things. They're not really extreme with things.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can see that third side, you know.
Most,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
Most, yeah.
The thing is, like Les said earlier, with the Satanic Witch teaching women how to be empowered and still be beautiful and things like that. If you look at the whole canon, even Peter's book, Bob's book, everything that encompasses Satanism, if everybody just read those and studied those and lived by those, the world would be an amazing place, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wouldn't ban us off YouTube for dildos. They wouldn't. I mean, they'd get it. They'd get it.
People need to just chill out. Just everybody
chill
do
out
their
and get
own
laid.
thing, live and let live.
Yeah. Understand that we're
Just keep
humans and we
walking.
have sexuality.
Yep.
Yeah, and how about have a chat with your kids about it? Because
Exactly.
my son's gonna get on YouTube and watch videos, and he's gonna hear it from me before he hears it from anybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Talk to his
I've been,
classmates.
I've always tried to teach my daughters, and I always will, is learn to operate in the world that exists, and not the world you wish existed. If you want to be successful.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah. Stop thinking everybody's nice and that women are submissive and that, I don't know, everybody gets laid on a regular basis, because it's not true.
Yeah.
Well, and stop thinking that everybody cares about you.
Yeah.
And what you think and what you want.
Bingo.
Exactly.
People have your best interest. No, honey, if you don't have it for yourself, nobody else is going to.
No,
Yeah, because they're all
everyone's
too
like
busy with their own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people are like crabs in a pot, you know. One tries to get out, we're like, get back in here and boil.
Yes.
It's fucking crazy. Blood clots. Yeah.
All right. I think that's a good way to end the show, man. This is a really great show.
Yeah. Read up about Satanism and learn how to live your life.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Learn not to be an asshole. Learn about penises.
And read Blanche's article on feminism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Very, very good.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
And with that, thanks everyone. Natasha, stay on after the show. We need to talk to you for a minute.
What did I do?
Until next time, everyone. Hail Satan.
Hail
Hail
Satan.
Satan.